Make your way into hero's pose, Virasana. Sitting on your shins with your toes untucked, knees together to touch. You can bring a blanket underneath your sitting bones if your knees are feeling tender, or a block underneath you in between your feet for the same reason. As you allow your tailbone to drop and palms come to rest face up into your lap, right hand on top of left. Draw your shoulders back, allow your eyes to close or soften, and allow your chin to drop slightly. Bringing your awareness first into the temperature of the room, where your body's making contact with the floor, with your props. Noticing any physical sensations, moving from the crown of your head, down your neck, the length of your spine, into your low back. Establishing a baseline, what's happening for you in your body right now. Begin to notice your breath. In yoga, the breath is called prana, life force energy. Feeling this life force moving in and out of your physical body. And moving our awareness in a slightly bit deeper. Noticing what's happening within your mind in this moment. Oftentimes, our minds create stories for the future. We become preoccupied with things that have happened in the past. So I invite you to witness whatever's happening. And then actively choose to be here now. Beginning to work with prana. Bringing a hand to your heart. And taking a nice full breath in. And a hand to your diaphragm, feeling a nice full exhale breath out. Inhale to your diaphragm, bringing your hand on your heart to your belly. Exhaling, feeling your belly draw in. Bringing peace fingers to touch your outer hips. On an inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And on an exhale, coming into embryo pose. Taking a moment here to pause with your forehead rested on the mat. In embryo pose, begin to rock your head from side to side, calling to mind an intention for your practice, a single-pointed focus for your busy mind to rest within. Take a full breath here in this bowing forward position, this position of surrender, surrendering to the unknown, but trusting that you are so supported along the way. Inhaling up into tabletop and exhale round into cat's pose. Inhale, tuck your toes, drop your belly, look up. Untuck your toes, press the floor away, round and curl. Inhale, come to standing on your knees. On an exhale, interlace your hands at your low back. Puff up into your chest while drawing your ribs in. And sink your hips to your heels, forehead to the mat as you exhale out. Inhale, lifting your hips, rolling to the crown of your head, squeezing your inner thighs to protect your neck. Exhale, release your arms down by your sides, back into embryo. Inhale, coming up, and bring your fingertips to your low back space. And find rocking horse, rocking on the tops of your ankles. Taking a few breaths here. Then on an inhale, reach your arms overhead. Cactus your arms on an exhale. Bring forearms to touch. On an inhale, come back to standing on your knees, arms to the sky. Exhale, interlace your hands, opposite grip this time. Draw your knuckles down, root your tailbone down. Inhale to lift your heart. Exhaling, hips to heels, forehead to the mat, knuckles skyward. Inhale, roll to the crown of your head, drawing your hips forward. Exhale, untuck your toes, backs of your palms, come to rest in embryo. Inhale, come back into rocking horse, bringing your fingertips behind your toes. Stay for your exhale breath. Inhale, reach your arms back up, and this time we're going to tuck all 10 toes under, coming into toes pose. As you cactus your arms open, draw your elbow tips forward, palms back, and forearms to touch. Inhale, arms reach skyward. Exhale, interlace your hands at your low back and bring your mono knuckle off to your left hip, right ear to your right shoulder. Now your deep Ujjayi breath is going to keep your nervous system calm while we're in this deep foot opener. Switch the grip of your hands, bringing your mono knuckle off to the opposite hip and dropping your right ear towards your right shoulder. Inhale, palms to touch in front of your heart space. And on an exhale, stick out your tongue, lion's breath. Inhale, come to standing on your knees, open and close your hands, untuck your toes, then come into hero's pose. Inhale to tabletop. And on your exhale, come into your downward facing dog. This is home base. This is the place where anxiety leaves your system. This is the place where we reconnect to the ground beneath us, feeling supported, feeling nourished. Inhale, look forward and take a little tiny walk all the way to your hands, halfway lift. And on an exhale, make sure your feet are hip distance apart as you forward fold. Begin to sway your torso from side to side. Your eyes can remain closed, and on an inhale, lift up halfway. On an exhale, fold in deeply. Inhale, arms extend up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Exhale your palms in front of your heart space, soften your shoulders. Shining your palms forward in a gesture of receptivity. I allow myself to receive support. I don't need to do this all on my own. Inhale, arms extend up overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, palms reach back, elbows forward. Exhale, forearms to touch. Inhale, arms extend skyward. And on your exhale, with your right hand, grab onto your left wrist, reach to the right. Release. Bringing left hand to right wrist, reach to the left. Take a breath at center, reach your arms skyward. And on an exhale, find forward fold. Halfway lift as you arrive. And on your exhale, step your left foot back, right foot back, hands under shoulders, and lower all the way to the mat. Inhale to cobra, elbows draw towards your back body, kneecaps are lifted, and exhale to release. Inhale through tabletop, and on your exhale, come into child's pose. Feel your palms pressing the ground beneath you. And then bring your palms to Anjali Mudra, prayer hands. Bring your hands to the nape of your neck and take a few breaths through your side bodies. Inhale your way up to tabletop. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, look forward and make your way to the top of your mat. Grab onto your block and bring it between your inner leg line. Now squeeze your block as you come into Utkatasana. In your Utkatasana, feel your legs, the strength of your roots being nourished. The arches of your feet are lifting. And find a halfway lift. Inhale. Grab onto your block. Bring your block the middle lengthwise between your arms. Squeeze your block with your arms, then begin to find some shoulder rotations. Arms extend skyward and come back parallel to the ground. Do this a few more times, and then set your block down. Inhale to a halfway lift, and on an exhale, step your left leg back to lunge. Inhale, crescent moon, arms extend overhead. Exhale, plant your palms and begin to straighten out through your right leg, finding your half splits. Inhale back to low lunge, and then begin to find Skandasana. We're rotating side to side, turning our toes out in the same direction as our knees. Now pivot to the back of your mat, finding low lunge on the other side. Arms extend, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, frame your front foot, scoot your back knee back in space, and straighten out through your front leg. Keep a micro bend in your elbows and your knees here. And then on an inhale, come forward, low lunge, stepping your back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, arms extend. Exhale, Garudasana arms, eagle arms, right arm under left. Forearms can touch, palms can touch, but feel your back body expand. Inhale, open up to release, and exhale, take it on the other side. Imagine that your back was pressed up against a wall, keeping a long, straight spine. Inhale to unwind, fly your arms back, torso forward, airplane, staying for your exhale. Arms skyward, inhale, finding a nice open posture, elbows wide. Exhale, forearms to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to lunge. Roll to your tippy toes, drop to your knees, lower belly, chest, and chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale to child's pose. Feel your forehead resting, your body settled. Draw forward to tabletop and exhale to home base, downward facing dog. Extend your right leg to the sky and step a quarter of the way through. Inhale your left leg to the sky and step halfway through from there. Inhale right leg to the sky once again and exhale to forward fold. Inhale to chair pose, palms come to touch. On an exhale, wrap right arm under left. Lifting your elbows and draw your left leg up and over your right. Knees and elbows are in one line in front of your body. And on an inhale, find half staff. Left knee draws in. Steady your gaze as you slowly step your left leg back to lunge. Fly your arms back, torso forward. Inhale, airplane lunge. And on an exhale, cartwheel open, 5-pointed star. Settle down into goddess pose, palms at heart center. And then on an inhale, elbows open wide. Exhale, straighten your legs, palms to touch. Cartwheel off to the top of your mat space and step your right foot forward to meet your left, forward fold. Inhale to chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold to release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back to lunge, left foot back to lunge. Rock forward to your tippy toes, lower your elbows back halfway. Upward facing dog, inhale, into downward facing dog, exhale. Look forward as you breathe in and hop or step to the top of your space. Halfway lift, inhale, and forward fold as you exhale. Rise to chair pose. Inhale. Right arm under left. Exhale. Right leg up and over, Garudasana, elbows in line with knees. Doing your best to steady your gaze, reach your right knee into half staff, and on an exhale, step back to lunge. Elbows lift as you breathe in. Arms fly back, torso forward as you exhale out. Cartwheel open, 5-pointed star, heels in, toes out. Exhale into goddess pose. Begin to find some movement between the right and left side. Feel your roots, your feet. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, straighten your arms and your legs. Cartwheel to the back of your mat. Step left foot forward to meet right and forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, find drinking bird, lifting your heels, drawing your torso forward. Feel a squeeze of your triceps. Inhale, and palms to touch, lifted, heeled, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, feet plant. Exhale, hop or step back into plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, pressing through into child's pose. Feel your palms. Feel your legs. Feel your breath. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Step a quarter of the way through. Left leg to the sky. Step a quarter of the way through. Right leg to the sky. Step a quarter of the way through. Left leg to the sky. Inhale, cartwheel open into warrior two. Landing in your front knee, find a reverse warrior, filling up. An extended side angle as you empty out. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale to extended side angle. Inhale to 5-pointed star. Exhale, Skandasana off to the left. Inhale through 5-pointed. Skandasana to the right. Inhale, finding center into Prasarita Padottanasana. Find a hybrid in this shape here. Wide-legged fold in the legs. Down dog shape in the upper half of the body. And feeling your lungs begin to expand, your diaphragm, the space holding your lungs, begin to expand. Walk your hands back. Inhale, halfway lift. Cartwheel open to warrior two, landing in your front knee. Then finding that tick-tock variation, inhaling to a reverse, drawing in receptivity, space. Exhale, extended side angle, finding a twist and a little greater movement. Inhaling to a reverse. Exhale, extended side angle, finding a twist. Inhale to 5-pointed star and exhale into goddess pose. Inhale, arms extend overhead, pivot over your left shoulder, finding a lunge. Stepping back from your lunge into plank or tabletop and taking a connecting vinyasa, a heart opener, cobra pose, or up dog into downward facing dog. Yoga teaches us how to pose and counter pose to find expansion and contraction. Walking your way forward to the top of your mat, inhaling halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale to chair pose, Utkatasana, finding our Garudasana on the right side once again. Right elbow under left, right leg up and over left. Right knee extends skyward. Exhale, step back to lunge. Inhale, airplane your torso, arms back. Exhale, cartwheel open into warrior two. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Be here now. Exhale into goddess pose. Inhale, lift your left heel, press palm into palm as you lower your hips a little further down. Arms open to a T. Inhale, dropping your heel, palms to touch, and lifting your right on your exhale. Arms to a T. Inhale, palms to touch, lower your heel. Straighten your legs, 5-pointed star, inhale, and finding low lunge at the back of your mat. Step left leg forward to meet right as you halfway lift, and fold in as you exhale. Inhale to chair pose, Utkatasana. Garudasana, left arm under right, left leg up and over. Inhale, squeezing to center. Exhale, half staff, left knee lifts. Inhale, step your left leg back into lunge. Elbows are lifting high. Exhale, fly your arms back and torso forward. Inhale, cartwheel open into warrior two. Exhale, land in your front knee. Reverse on your inhale breath. Extended side angle on your exhale. Inhale, coming back up through center, heels and toes out. And heel toe your feet all the way to the center of your mat. Palms to touch at midline, and then bring the sole of your right foot into the inner line of your left leg, pressing the sole of your foot into your leg, but your leg is pressing equally into your foot. Find any arm variation, get creative with it. Feel the strength, the stability of your roots, and the stability that comes from a very focused gaze. Find Samastitihi as you release, coming right back into center. Pressing palm to palm. And pressing your standing leg equally into your foot. Arms extend skyward. Finding some different things to do with your arms here. Maybe swaying from side to side, because yoga teaches us when life throws things that might take us off our balance, how to come back to center no matter what. Heel toe your feet out as wide as your mat. Pivot your feet to parallel or big toes facing in. Take some deep breaths here in this supported fold. Feeling your connection to the earth. Moving peace fingers around big toe mounds, shoulder blades contract. And on an inhale, lift up halfway. And on an exhale, pivot to the front of your mat. Inhale to tabletop. Lower down on your exhale. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to child's pose. Finding a few rounds of breath here. And when you're ready, make your way up into tabletop. Step your right foot forward, locating your blocks, bringing your blocks initially on their highest height, and then maybe playing with lowering them onto their medium or their lowest. As you contract your front heel towards your back knee and squeeze to midline in order to protect your low back, you can allow your torso to find a greater opening. To come into a twist, bringing your right hand to the top of your right thigh, keep a micro bend in your bottom arm, and reach your right arm up and back, capturing your back left leg. We want to make sure we're on the pinky edge side of our foot. Inhale, swim your right arm back forward. Heel toe your right foot back through center, finding your low lunge. Then scoot your back knee back in space. Begin to straighten out through your front leg and finding a quick counter pose into Ardha Hanuman. Inhaling, heel toe your right leg through center, finding pigeon pose. Nice squared hips, option to take a block underneath your sitting bone. And we'll be here just for a breath cycle. Transitioning when you're ready, stepping right foot back into your tabletop. And exhaling into your runner's lunge, left leg forward, heel toeing your foot off of the mat. Forearms to blocks, finding that inner leg line engagement. A micro bend in your right arm as you begin to pull your right heel in towards your back glute by reaching your left arm up and over. When you're ready, release. Swim your left arm back forward. And exhale, folding over a front straight leg. Heel toeing your left leg through center on this side, into half pigeon. Squeeze through your inner leg line, lift your torso, shoulders peel back. Then roll off to your left hip. Swing your legs forward, soles of your feet to the mat, seat to the mat, palms behind you, fingertips facing your rear end. Begin to windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Soles of your feet come together. Bring your blocks to your outer knees and make your way onto your back. Bring a hand to your heart, a hand to your belly, and just begin to breathe. This practice is a gift for your physical body, for your nervous system, for your mind. Heel toe as you draw your knees to touch, taking constructive rest. As the soles of your feet rest onto the mat and your low back does as well, we're recharging our energy body here. And slowly drop both knees off to the left, finding a twist. I love a block or two underneath my knees to really indicate to our bodies that it's okay. Now is the time to receive this deep rest, this deep nourishment. Allow your knees to fall to the right as you look to the left. Taking a few belly breaths here. And as you draw your knees to center, give yourself a squeeze, curl into a little ball. We're going to take Apana-asana. So prana is the upward flow of energy. Apana is the downward flow. We cross right ankle over left, hands to the tops of our feet, and pull your heels in a little closer to your glutes. Take a breath here. And come into the other side, crossing the opposite ankle on top. Feeling your low back press down. Take an expansive breath in, and then when you're ready, making your way into your final Shavasana. In your final Shavasana, bringing 2 blocks on top of your belly space. When we're feeling particularly in our heads, these props, these postures can help to drop us back down into our bodies. Checking in with what's happening here in this present moment, opposed to being attached to things that have happened before, rather than being concerned about what may happen in the future. All we have is the here and the now. Feel where your body's making contact with the floor. Feel the temperature of the air on your skin. Feel the way your prana life force energy is moving through your body. Allow yourself to receive all of the benefits, the support of your mindfulness practice here. And then rolling off to your right side when you're ready, come to lying on your belly. Untuck your toes. You can always roll up a blanket and bring it underneath your shins if your low back is feeling tender. And stack palm on top of palm, forehead on top of stacked palms. And slowly press yourself back up into hero's pose, locating a block and bringing it underneath your sitting bones. We'll end with a little bit of pranayama, a little bit of facial massage. Rub your hands together and place your palms on your skull. Take a deep breath in and bringing knuckles to your temples, giving your temples a massage. Palms to touch in front of your heart space. And thumbs come to press into your third eye. Release your hands into your lap. Left palm face down. And bringing your pointer and middle finger to the space between your eyebrows, press in. We're going to take alternate nostril breathing. Bringing your right thumb to hover over your right nostril, left thumb to hover over the left. And on an inhale, for the count of 5, draw a breath in through the left side. Switch it out. Exhale for 5. Inhale for 5 through the right side, same side. Switch it out. Exhale through the left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Allow your natural breath to take over as you release your right hand into your lap, both palms facing down, inviting that grounding energy into your beingness. Remembering that you can access this centered place at any moment throughout your day because you've gone there already in this practice. It's making the conscious commitment of taking your practice with you off of your mat. Moving through the day a little more mindfully and breathing a bit deeper. Thank you so much for joining today. Namaste.